Hey y'all, how y'all doing? My name is April. Welcome to the Funny Skillet Girl Cooking Show. Today we're going to be making roux, which is a really good thing to learn how to do. It's used a lot in a lot of French, Creole, and Cajun cooking, and I'm going to show y'all how to make it today. There are 4 types of roux. White roux almost looks like mayonnaise in color. It's used for white sauces like bechamel. It is commonly used as a base in the making of sauce for macaroni and cheese. Blonde roux is cooked a little bit longer than a white roux. It should have more color and should almost look like Dijon mustard. It is used in sauces like a velouté when a richer flavor is needed. Brown roux is the 3rd stage of roux. It almost looks like peanut butter in color. Use it when you want more color and a nuttier flavor in your soups and sauces. Dark brown roux. Dark brown roux is by far the most flavorful, but it is the trickiest. It is cooked almost until it burns. It should look like chocolate in color. It is used in a lot of Cajun and Creole cooking, such as gumbos and...
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so what y'all are gonna need is some flour, some cooking oil. I chose vegetable oil because it has a nice high smoke point. You're going to need a wooden spoon, 2 measuring cups, and a sifter. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and pour your cooking oil into the pot and let it heat up a little bit. Now, as it's heating up, I can tell you guys that if you make a good roux, then you're going to add a lot of good flavor to whatever it is that you make. Roux is something that you don't really want to rush because it can burn. You want to take your time with it, because if you take your time with your roux, it's going to be good quality roux, and that's going to show through whatever it is that you are making, whether it be a gumbo or a chicken stew, for example, or whatever else you want to make. Okay, so you want to heat up that oil for about probably 2 minutes or so until it's about, nice and hot. You don't want it boiling because then your roux is going to burn very quickly. The next step you're going to want to do is go ahead and get your flour in there. I like to go ahead and sift my flour so that it's not lumpy. Some people don't even worry about sifting, but I choose to do it because I think it makes a nice smooth roux with less lumps. And then you just stir it. So right now, as you can see, we have a white roux right now. Just as soon as that flour pretty much hits that oil, you just stir it until it's nice and smooth, and there you go. You have a white roux. Now as you continue cooking it, it's going to become a blonde roux. Now you don't have to stir it the whole time, but it's a good practice to keep an eye on it so it doesn't burn. And the good thing about roux is it actually lasts a pretty decent amount of time. Roux can last you between 3 days to a week depending on storage. So for example, you're making you're making gumbo the next day. Go ahead and make your roux ahead of time so that it's nice and cool, because there are some rules about roux that you do need to know. Roux needs to be cool if you're putting it in a hot stock, so it doesn't create clumps. Because you of course would like a nice smooth soup or sauce.
Brown.
This is a brown roux. And we're just going to keep cooking this to get a nice dark brown roux. Now we're headed toward a brown roux. This is actually pretty good brown roux. We're trying to accomplish a dark brown roux. Alright. Now this is where I want to stop. Because do remember that roux is hot and it will do a lot of carrying over when it cooks. Carrying over means that it's so hot that it's going to continue cooking. So this is a great place to stop. So I'm so glad that I got to cook for you guys today. Please take the time to like my show, to place comments below, and I would like you to share my cooking show with your friends. I hope you guys have a great day, and stay tuned for more cooking with Funny Skillet Girl.